Rihanna responds to Angel Reese's collaboration request. Rihanna fans may finally get some new music after all if she makes good on her promise to Angel Reese. The pop star and the WNBA star crossed paths at the 2024 Footwear News Achievement Awards in New York City on Wednesday night, December 4. While taking a selfie video, Reese shot her shot and asked to collab on music, as she's also a rapper. "I want to work with you one day," she told RIH. "Let's do it," RIH responded. "I'm always ready." Reacting to the moment in a post to X later that night, an excited Reese wrote, "I literally manifest everything." Riri, who also runs lingerie and skincare brands, was speaking at the launch of Fenty Beauty in Barbados when she made the statement. Speaking to those in attendance, the Barbadian said, "I would say music was the thing that got the attention. But God had other plans for me, and I was able to create in ways that were very sincere and genuine, or organic and authentic to the things that I love." RIH continued, "So it doesn't even feel like a job. But when you bring it home, I cannot express to you guys what this day means for me to be able to celebrate with the people that deserve it the most, the community that has always propelled me to the next place and given me the strength and the grace, and you guys have always inspired me." The news would not necessarily be a shock given Rihanna last released an album in 2016 and her musical output since has been limited to soundtrack appearances on Black Panther: Wakanda Forever in 2022. In her time away from music and in addition to her various business ventures, Rihanna has been busy raising a family alongside boyfriend A$AP Rocky. The couple have 2 children, 2-year-old RZA and 1-year-old Riot Rose. Caitlin Clark Angel Reese opened 2025 WNBA season against each other as schedule releases. The 2025 WNBA regular season schedule was released on Monday, and the latest clash between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese will be happening right away. Clark's Indiana Fever and Reese's Chicago Sky will be going head-to-head to open their respective seasons on May 17, one day after the league's opening slate the day before. This rivalry that goes back to their college days at Iowa and LSU quickly translated to the pros, as drama was seen in the Rookie of the Year race as well as their matchups on the court. Click here for more sports coverage on foxnews.com. Clark went on to win Rookie of the Year this past season after setting numerous rookie and league records, but Reese quickly made her presence known as a fellow WNBA All-Star by impacting Chicago in her inaugural season as well. 4 meetings between the Fever and Sky were had last season, and each was more anticipated than the next as these two tried to best one another to help notch a win for their squad. Read on the Fox News app. But it was Clark's Fever who pulled off 3 wins out of the 4 meetings. In those games, though, Reese tallied more points and rebounds than Clark, though the floor general did best Reese in assists in all 4 games. Caitlin Clark is a bigger star than NBA's best players, famed podcast host says. There were also some tense moments in those games, beginning with Reese's teammate, Chendi Carter's flagrant foul on Clark early in the season that made national headlines and sparked tons of sports debate after the veteran guard checked the rookie to the ground in what many described as a cheap shot. Then, on June 16, Clark was going in for a layup against the Sky when Reese came flying in to try to swat the ball away. Instead, her arm smacked Clark in the head, and she went down hard. A flagrant 1 foul was called on Reese, who had to defend herself after the game, saying she was simply trying to make a play on the ball and not trying to hurt Clark. Clark would say the same thing, understanding Reese was just trying to help her team in the moment. Their performances, both in college and in the pros, have made each of them reach celebrity status that transcends sports. Reese even said on the opening episode of her podcast that the 2023 national championship game between her Tigers and Clark's Hawkeyes changed my life forever. But that change has sometimes come with hate. I think it's really just the fans, her fans, the Iowa fans, now the Indiana fans, that are really just, they ride for her and I respect that. Respectful, Reese said. But sometimes it's very disrespectful. I think there's a lot of racism when it comes to it. There's no doubt Clark and Reese have each played a significant role in growing the game of women's basketball and women's sports in general, which led to the WNBA wasting no time getting them on the court immediately for their latest rivalry chapter. Also worth noting about the WNBA schedule release is the newest franchise, The Golden State Valkyries, who tip off for their first ever game on May 16 against the Los Angeles Sparks.